So even though it's a chunky tyre, I'm expecting these to balance up really nicely on the alloys. So sitting on 100, the steering wheel feels no different to what it did on the stock tyres. No wobbles, it's not moving around, not shaking. Noise-wise, well, I don't open my windows on the highway in this truck. They're not the most aerodynamic vehicle. But yes, you can hear a slight hum as these are a mud tyre. Power-wise, look, we're unladen, we're in 5th gear. This is a pretty flat highway. I'm sure when I've got something in tow that I'll be going back to 4th, maybe a little bit sooner than I would normally. I don't have any mods done to the motor, so I have no remap or chip or accelerator module. So that'll be a good little test. Also with speed and fuel consumptions, we'll do a little test on that as well. Plenty of poke as it is, these motors. I don't think a 285 is going to make too much of a difference. I ran the 315s on the grey truck and there was a considerable change from a 285 to a 315. Good numbers now, considering that the kilometres we've done are accurate because the speedo's correct. It's 8.8 kilometres to 1 litre, or the other way, we're getting 11 litres per 100. Pretty good numbers. All the kilometres were unladen, quite a bit of highway work. Bob's got a few things for me and I was over his way picking up some material. So I'm gonna pop in and see him. So what we got a TJM air compressor. We're working very hard to try and get TJM lockers in the dual cab. But in the meantime, for the 79 and for the dual cab, I don't have a way of pumping up the tyres once they're aired down. So we're going to use one of TJM's mobile compressors. The other thing we've got going on, and it's for the 79, so these 600 kilo springs on the rear. Now, before we ended up getting the bar work and the winch on the front, the back was starting to settle a little bit. Now, they're a 600 kilo constant. My concern was I've got an easy couple of 100 kilos in the back when we're going to an event with the spares and the toolbox full. And then you add the 300 kilos of the ball weight from Bullet Truck's trailer and we're touching the 600 kilos. We're getting very close. So Bob's organised some airbags for me to put in. So we'll pop in and say good day to the boys, grab the gear and get home. We've got so much to do. Check out Bob's new 300. Nice. Wonder if he'll let me take it for a drive. First look at the stuff. A t-shirt, a hoodie, thank you very much. This is a compressor. This is the mobile one we'll be using in the Hilux and the 79. Let's just see. They're the exact same bag that I had on the grey truck. Awesome. I actually remember how to fit them. But we've got instructions. It's the Dominator. That's right. They're the Dominators. The double bellow. You can actually get triple bellows now. But that worked for us last time. Awesome. So that's another job. This one here. Oh, look at that. Comes in a little bag. Nicholas is going to love that. Bob said it'll be ample for what we need it for. 79 and the dual cab. It's got a gauge on the hose, a screw-in fitting, clamps to put onto your battery, and it's mobile. Comes in a nice little pack. Looking forward to using that. We may be getting out on a firewood run very soon. Delivery. Wow, Michael sent everything through. So that box there, I know. Apparently there was some old stock of the back half of the side step. That box looks pretty old. He said it was collecting dust. Also looks like collecting a bit of mold. And then, okay, so that's oil for Shell's truck. What's that? We'll have to open these up. I'm assuming that's the cradle for the winch, which we may or may not need. Don't know what these boxes are though. Let's open them up. These are probably the bracket for the back of the front part of the side step. Yeah, this we definitely need. So this bolts up to the cross member and then picks up the two lots of side step. So the back of the front one and the front of the back one. Oh, wicked. It comes with all the bolts too. That's awesome. So they're a keeper. It's like Christmas. What's in this one? In this box. All right, we don't need all this. All we need was that section there. This is the bit that was missing. Screws down to that and basically holds the cover in place nice and neat. So it holds it all in so it doesn't look like a dog's breakfast there. Awesome. All right, these clamps, these I'm assuming are for the bull bar, the front section, so we won't be needing these. You can tell the age of the boxes too, or the age of the parts. Look at the boxes. They've still got the genuine Toyota part logo, as opposed to all the boxes the new stuff comes in. Even the quality of the cardboard feels different, feels old. Now this here looks like the cradle, the winch cradle, the thing that sits at the bottom. It's got bolt holes here. Let me just have a look at this. You can see where it would have bolted up, but I don't think it's going to fit because this bottom of this winch is well lower than that bolt. Yeah, this is pretty much a box section. So if that was to bolt up to where I just showed you, I'd probably have to recess that out for the bottom of the winch. So we won't be using this, unfortunately. Looking forward to opening this one up. These are old, but they're brand new. I wonder how much difference in paint finish I'm going to have between these and the ones I got with the bar. So I may have to paint the whole lot in black from new. Looks like a job for another day. That back bracket looks like it clamps on like you would normally if you're building rock sliders. So the front one's on the cross member, back one's on a clamp that goes around the chassis by the look of it. That's not rust on that bolt, is it? My first job with supporting the cross member. We're taking the 4 bolts out. This is for the bracket that we need to pick up the front and the rear part of the step. I think it looks pretty neat. Nice and tight to the step. I've put packers in under, there were packers supplied in the kit just to clear this, otherwise we'd be 5mm closer, and you know how we drive. So that's how it bolts up, and then obviously the back one continues and gets clamped to the chassis. But that's all I'm going to have time to do this morning. In case we do get to this run, at least I know that the bull bar's braced if we need to winch. So on second thoughts, instead of double handling those bolts, I decided just to fit the back one as well. But what you notice up against the factory running board, the gap's different and the height's different a little bit. Bit of a discrepancy there. Also these brackets, surely the boys forgot to put paint on them over in Japan. And see how it's got the recess in the steel there. On most other brands, ARB, TJM, you basically unbolt this, you put the flat plate on behind it, and then you refit these. But with the Toyota one, they've got that recess. So you're only really holding for 20mm of chassis. So it's a bit surprising. Yeah, but I reckon that needs some paint. Potentially need to dock that off, bring it in a bit so it looks like it's finishing at a particular spot. But to bring this up and in, we'd have to modify that. There's no adjustment in anything, or nothing a good smack on a rock won't fix. So actually a bit disappointing that the genuine side step does that. I'm not sure if this is incorrect. We got the side steps on, went to Nicholas's soccer match. He won something like 6 or 7-0. He scored a goal, it's a good game. Nicholas and I decided we'd go bush and test these tyres out. But look what's up there. There's no real rain forecast, but they are a mud tyre, right? I hope those clouds up there are friendly clouds. A little exciting. First run on these Kumho 285/75 16s. The MT71. So I just thought we'd have a quick look at the bar work that we quickly did this morning before it gets all muddy and scratched. So they were fitted 4 days ago, 5 days ago. what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down to 18 psi and see how they feel. We got 18 psi all round. While I was airing down, I didn't really notice this morning when I was frantically trying to get these steps on, but that bit of a detail or finish to the join, I'm not sure if it's a bit weird. I mean, you can see the bolts. I don't know if they should be putting a cover over it or a cap. You know, the back one, you've got the pipe being bent down towards the chassis, but I just never noticed that before. I guess when you're at standing height, you don't really see it. But just a bit of a funny detail. But yeah, 18 pound in the tyres. See how they bag, see what they feel like. Bit of an example of 18 psi. So I think that's ample bagging for such a strong sidewall. But we haven't climbed anything yet. We've been coming down stuff where gravity helps. Hey young man, have you aired down?
Yeah.
Good boy. So today's little test is going to be about the tyres. So the sway bar's hooked up. So we're not out to test wheel travel. I'm expecting to pick wheels up. We want to see what these tyres can do, how they grip and how they perform for us. We got the sway bar in, and I think I'm quite lucky that the back flexes a bit more than, you know, your conventional pack, because the front's very stiff. So because I'm used to so much reduction across the other vehicles that I have, you try and go slow, but obviously too slow there and I stalled. It recovered quite well because it's quite a deep, soupy type of mud. It's a big, long, heavy truck with not much ground clearance around the rear springs, you know, compared to your nimble little Hiluxes that we're used to playing in. So you're relying on a lot of braking over gearing and engine braking. So, you know, I had my foot on the brake most of the way down this. So I had a couple of questions, one just recently on YouTube about my decision on why I'm going portals. So the four-wheel driving background I have is the harder stuff. Touring a little bit, but even when we're touring, I'm towing the van and I'm looking for the hard stuff when we get to the spot. So with the competition, experience, and I guess love in my blood, I chose the portals for number one, reduction. I love my reduction gears in all my trucks. His handbrake, second to none. I had that in the grey truck and I loved it. I rated that handbrake so much. I mean, when it comes time to me pulling the drums off this thing, I'm going to be cringing. The width. I love the width of the portal trucks. Yes, the center of gravity changes, but I like the width. Also, I want to keep the leaf springs. I love the leaf springs. I love the durability of them. I love the weight they can tow. Yes, I know coils, you can airbag coils, and there's coil conversions pre-rego. But for me, I've always loved the leaves. I've wanted a set of portals for a long, long time. The gear reduction, like I said, the height, the track width, and you know what, the price. For what you pay, you get quite a lot. I mean, the package includes your wheels, your tyres, the handbrake, like I said, all your brake lines. As far as the question to durability and longevity, maintenance will be the guide to that. So that's my reason. For me, it's going to be the build of my lifetime. Go the little dual cab. Oh, big wheel lift, typical Hilux. You got to come back. Oh, you're on your dips. Oh, no you're not. Oh, yeah you are. Oh, no you're not. Oh, you're still going. Can you drive up that? No way. Oh my goodness. And then you're going to go left, right? Once you get traction, go up and around to the left. Gas it, gas it, gas it. Oh, you got it. You got it. Oh my goodness. That was probably drive of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, don't roll it now. Don't stuff it up now. Oh, you did it. Turn right, right hand down, right hand down, right hand down. Can you get up that big slippery rock?
That one.
Well, big, not slippery, but oh, you're going to flex it up and everything. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the tyres on this truck are a Mickey Thompson.
I know, that's so good.
Bit of revs, bit of revs. He's got his big 5000 battery in it. Go, you got it. Oh, yeah, you got it. Oh, yes!
I'm gonna make
Drive of the day.
I'm gonna make it to the very top.
I don't know if you're going to get through this muddy rock, but look at that. You can see the footprint of the Kumho going up that rock there. Oh, he's going through the... Oh, look at that panel damage. Oh, look at the panel damage. He's wedged in the middle. No, you're not going to climb that. Oh, he's going to... Oh, the panel damage. Mum's going to kill you when she sees your body. Oh, they get wedged in there. You break a CV. Oh! I tell you, that RC four-wheel drive Toyota Hilux we bought, it's the comp spec one. It's been an amazing little truck. He loves it. Apart from some aluminium knuckles and a servo, steering servo, it's been Nicholas proof to say the least, and everybody that knows us knows that it's pretty tough. So I highly recommend them. They're around the $1,000 mark though, but you know, as opposed to buying a $500–600 one and continually fixing it, they're pretty awesome. I was just saying how strong these are. What are you broken?
Nothing.
What are you doing? Why are you stopped?
I'm filling up my truck.
Oh, you're getting firewood. That's like the big chill cab yesterday.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we've got to keep going. We're going to head down into some mud country here. What you got? Oh, we're going to have a cool fire tonight. We've seen these tyres on rocks. We've come to a bit of mud country.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all want to see this. That'll be in the upcoming episode. So please subscribe so you get notification of our videos. It may not be the next one. We may have something on the 106 or something on a competition. But stay tuned. We will be going up it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always,
Thanks for watching. And another storm.
Huh?
And another storm. And another storm.